October was an absolute mess. Between 18 consecutive days of work, some of which were spent getting updates every 30 minutes for 48 consecutive hours, and preparing for a show, free time became quite a rare commodity. Despite that, we did manage to get some climbing in. Starting off with this little dandy route, strength-wise, it was a very average 4, but that involved getting the right sequence and body positioning in. Unfortunately for me, I absolutely could not figure out the right positioning for 7 attempts. Also, climbing at different gyms means that there's a lot more static camera going on. Let me know if this is better or worse. This little orange 4 had a shouldery crux move, but was pretty easy outside of that. This purple 4 posed more of a challenge than I was expecting. The first hold was slightly sloped out, which didn't make getting a second hand in easy. The top 2 holds were also sloped, and I had just watched another climber shoot himself about 3 meters off the wall into a bunch of other climbers when he slipped off those 2 holds. The orange here was a fun route. I probably could have made the transition outside of the cave a little cleaner, but I wasn't able to maintain my toe hook. This pink could very well have been a hard 3, but it was the end of a session and I was incredibly pumped out, so honestly, I don't know. Trying something new here with the split screen. I'll have to decide how I feel about this later. Jumping into the climbs though, both routes were very fun. Yellow was about coordination, and red was about body positioning. The next yellow could definitely have been done better. Repeated foot slips, unnecessary campusing, you name it. I'm not going to bother commenting on this pink one. My friend holding the camera got a little bit distracted. Coming into the last 2 climbs, purple was a fun little balance route. I believe the ending was supposed to be dynamic, but I really didn't feel like jumping. Green was unremarkable. Overall, given the lack of climbing time, we got some decent climbing in. Now on to the rest of the month. For dancing, we were prepping for a performance at a sponsored event in November. The little snippet back in the intro was all you're gonna get though. I'll see if everyone is okay with me putting up the performance video next month. In the world of sewing, I only found the time to do one day of sewing here where I prepped the inner liner so that the dress wasn't completely transparent. Outside of this, I'm finally working on some of my other fitness goals. I'm focusing on putting on about 15 pounds and balancing out my strength. When all you do is climb, dance, and cycle, your strength profile is very skewed. Now that's all for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.